Today on this episode of the Miami Geeks Weekly Updates, we're going to be talking about Call of Duty Warzone, and they had to nerf the DMR. Also, Microsoft tried to buy Nintendo 20 years ago, and it did not succeed. Also, Steam is beefing up the Xbox and PS5 controller support. My God, all this and much more, guys, on this episode of the Miami Geeks. Stay tuned. Yo, welcome back to a brand new episode of the Miami Geeks Weekly Updates, brought to you by digitalcracknetwork.com. I'm your host, Punisher305, and with me as always, old school gaming specialist, Uncle Willy.
I am upset with life right now.
Why?
Okay. I'm a nerd. I'm a huge dork. Everybody knows this. And I am also usually broke because of my nerdness. Am I right? You know this.
Yeah, well, of course. Nothing new.
You've seen me on the expressway holding a sign. We'll work for PS3 games.
We'll work for RGBs and stuff like that. Yeah, I see.
No, RGB is your department. I don't need lights. Lights show my face, and I don't want people to see my face.
The lights to make you a pro PC master race.
Oh yeah, whatever. Okay, so the Scott Pilgrim versus the World game.
Yeah.
The one that's being re-released.
Yes.
Limited Run is doing a physical version.
Ooh.
And you know how much of a whore I am for physical copies of games.
Absolutely, but what seems the problem though?
They're starting the pre-orders on January 15th.
Okay, next week.
I am projected to be absolutely broke by January 15th. As a matter of fact, I'm absolutely broke right now.
Oh my God. God.
And now I have an extra stress that I didn't think about. By the way, guys, I finally got my Diablo Nintendo Switch.
Oh, he is very high.
That I've been talking about a couple times. Yes, but now I'm looking at the fact that I can buy the game on the Switch.
Oof.
I haven't really bought any games. I've been pilfering from my nephew because he has Switch games. But now I can. Okay, do I want to buy the limited run copy of Scott Pilgrim on the Switch? Because I usually buy it on PS3 or PS4.
I say yes.
Probably gonna end up buying all three.
I mean, yeah, that'd be the point.
What I'm trying to say is, I would really appreciate it if you were to give me a lift back home after I donate my kidney.
Absolutely, because this segment is brought to you by D2D. Use promo code MIAGeeks10 to save 10% on your next purchase order. That's MIAGEEKS10. All in caps, description down below. Copy the promo code, click on the link, paste on the shopping cart, and that's 10% save on every purchase. Willie, I'm so sorry about your kidneys, but
no, you know. I would like to say that this is the first time. I mean, usually it's because I say filth. Now you're doing it after post-surgery?
Yeah, because, the thing is that we're going to use that 10%, that little 10% change, and we're going to use that to help you recover.
Okay, all right, but nothing against D2D, but I wasn't going to use the money to buy their products.
No, it's okay, because you might need it afterwards when you're playing Scott Pilgrim and stuff.
Okay, all right, just putting that out there.
No problem. So, guys, also in the descriptions, we have timestamps because we're going to be talking about a lot of things, a lot of stories. But if you want to skip ahead and see another segment of the story that we're talking about, by all means, click on that timestamp. But if you want to listen to the whole podcast, that's even better, guys. Also, make sure to hit like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button just to know when we come with this amazing news, which is 3 times a week. 2 gaming podcasts in the beginning and the end of the week, and 1 movie podcast smack down in the middle. And now, let's get started. Well, Willie, we talked about this, I'll say just maybe a lot yesterday, and it's about Linus Tech Tips. And we saw that one episode, and we were like, oh, wow, that's pretty cool, freaking things that he does, of course, and I hate him because he gets all the cool toys. Well, we hate him.
I don't hate him. I just severely dislike him.
There we go.
And that, yeah, it was a cool thing. You obviously didn't pay attention to the video.
I couldn't. How could I after what he mentioned?
It was basically an Xbox One motherboard.
Yes.
Not really. I mean, it's some
It's
Chinese
something
motherboard.
similar. It's something similar. It's from
It's a PC.
Fun something. I forgot. Fun
It's
board.
it was a PC. It was a PC motherboard, but it had soldered on the APU that's on the Xbox One.
Yes.
And he just, because he wanted to, he put Windows on it to see if he could play games. Spoiler alert: Rocket League, single-digit frame rates.
Wow.
But yeah, it was something that he mentioned there that caught your attention.
Absolutely. Actually, both of our attention. And it was that sometime soon, he's going to shoot out one of his good episodes about liquid cooling for the PS5, which it kind of baffled me a little bit because, of course, we're techs, we're nerds, we're like that. And the fact that, the CPU is actually soldered on to the motherboard and they're going to do liquid cooling for that machine, that is just by far amazing, just the thought of it alone. Now, if it's going to be successful or not, we're going to find out that week. But just the thought of having liquid cooling for a PS5.
Speaking of which, water-cooled PlayStation 5 is coming. Get subscribed.
Have you ever thought about that? Like, just run through your mind?
Whether I thought about it or not, you are obviously not too familiar with his work. We're talking about a gentleman who has liquid cooled a router, an 8K camera, a smartphone, and an entire room.
Oh my God.
This guy, I'm surprised none of his children are water cooled.
I'm going to call this guy Waterboy from now on, or Aquaman. I mean, anytime soon, he's just going to say, you know what? I'm going to water cool my lungs just for the fuck of it.
I can imagine him walking down a dollar store and walking over to just the like home appliances section and looking at stuff and saying, I can water cool that.
I mean, just about. And the thing with Linus Tech Tips, that he does all this, and of course, any geek in here that's listening is going to be envious because all his toys are amazing. All of them.
You got to be primarily a PC type of guy. Although he does do projects, like he sticks a PC and an Xbox, or he sticks a PC. Well, I mean, actually, he flashed Android on a Switch once.
Jesus Christ.
He does his little console things here and there, but he's a PC guy.
Yeah, but the thing is that, like, if you sit there and listen to his things, and especially also when he does, not even to compare, but he also rates certain equipment and stuff like that. Like, he would just go off and say, hey, I'm going to buy myself a Walmart gamer computer and test out the specs and see what's good about it or what's not, which is pretty cool. I mean, that's actually amazing that the guy can actually do that. Damn Canadian, because he's fucking awesome. He's awesome. I had to hate him, but he's awesome.
He does his reviews mainly on laptops and smartphones. But yeah, what people goes to see Linus Tech Tips for is the crazy shit he does. Like 1 PC, 8 gamers.
Oh, amazing. But you know what? I'll leave it like that. And guys, if you're interested about that one episode, I'm going to have the links down below. It's going to be, you're going to see the part when I'm talking about when he talks about that he's going to bring up the liquid cooling for the PS5. But either way, watch that one episode and you guys might be invested in watching more of his things and join us in the conversation of loving the guy. More love than hate, but you'll get the drift.
And again, he water cooled a smartphone.
Yeah, which that episode was just funny as hell, dude. I couldn't stop laughing on that one. But let's talk about something that it's actually caught our attention today in the morning. And it's Microsoft tried to buy Nintendo 20 years ago and they laughed their ass off. So Microsoft reportedly attempted to buy the biggest names, including Nintendo, to create an exclusive title for the original Xbox, right? And it looks like they went there, they did their presentation and whatnot for Nintendo, and they just laughed their asses off. Seriously and literally. Willie, can you fill us in with more? Like, in why would they do this? What was going through their minds to do something like this?
I love these stories. I absolutely love these stories because all of the history of where video games started from and where they went, and all the what ifs if certain things would have happened.
Yes.
They're amazing. First off, Bloomberg actually did an oral history of the original Xbox, the OG Xbox.
Okay.
And an excerpt from there talked about how Steve Ballmer, who was the head honcho at Microsoft at the time, got a meeting with Nintendo in January of 2000 because they were trying to come up with exclusive titles for the Xbox and needed developers. And somewhere around there, someone thought, hey, I'm sure if we throw enough money at Nintendo, they'll let us buy them.
Jeez, what a mistake that was.
And again, well, there's a quote. Steve Ballmer made us go meet with Nintendo to see if they would consider being acquired. They just laughed their asses off. Like, imagine an hour of somebody just laughing at you.
Dude,
that was kind of how that meeting went.
That's degrading.
Okay. Microsoft had no real history in gaming outside of making Windows CE for the Dreamcast and little bits here and there that they would do, like, minor stuff. But they wanted to hit the console space hard. Yes, it would have been amazing to see Mario on an Xbox console. But yeah, that wasn't it. Like, Steve Ballmer was ambitious. Well, after the meeting where Nintendo laughed at him for even suggesting buying them, he tried a ploy where it's like, okay, well, we won't buy you, but since you're gonna make the software, what if we made your hardware? And so there's an alternate reality where the GameCube actually had the specs of an OG Xbox. Which, by the way, the PS2 might have been the sales leader, but the Xbox was the most powerful console.
Yeah, it's true.
And that's not all. They didn't just try to work with Nintendo. They tried to buy EA. They tried to buy Squaresoft, before the whole Koei thing, the whole merger with Koei. And they tried to buy Midway.
God, Jesus Christ. Even Midway?
Yes.
Freaking
They tried, like they were going, like the spending spree they went on recently that culminated in them buying ZeniMax, the parent company of Bethesda. They tried that in the beginning.
Lord have mercy.
So Madden could be an Xbox exclusive. Final Fantasy could be an Xbox exclusive. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Lord.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, but if you think, how about if you thought about like something like this? Let's say, for instance, they did accept it, right? And Nintendo, EA, Square Enix, and all that became part of Microsoft, an exclusive for Microsoft. What would you think the future of gaming then would have been now then, Willie?
I mean, one of the things that made Sony a major player was the fact that Squaresoft, for a time, was making their games, their Final Fantasy games, exclusively on Sony hardware. So if that were Microsoft instead, I don't know. Could they have gotten that kind of mind share? Could they have gotten that kind of popularity and sales? Possibly. For all the crap that we talk about Madden, and it deserves it, it's still a game that sells millions of copies every year. What if that were an Xbox exclusive? That pretty crazy.
That would have been insane.
That would have been crazy. And Mortal Kombat, because Midway, at the time, Midway owned Mortal Kombat. What would happen if Mortal Kombat were an Xbox exclusive? I don't know. I mean, they probably would have been taken more seriously had one of those deals gone through. But would they have dethroned Sony? I don't know.
Right there, you see, like, those are the type of questions that'll keep me up at night right now. Like, just talking about this is going to keep me thinking.
Well, think about it.
What if? It would be a what if.
Think about it. Nintendo has arguably the most popular IP in gaming. We're talking about Mario, Zelda, Samus, Donkey Kong, all these characters,
Mhm.
and they make really good games. Say what you want about Nintendo, but they've always known how to make very good games.
Yeah.
And they can't dethrone Sony. Would Microsoft?
No.
Just because Microsoft has Final Fantasy doesn't mean, oh, that's it. Automatically, they win.
But you know what? A thought do come to mind though. Being that last year we also brought up the fact that Nintendo and Microsoft were working together on certain things. Do you think that there's a possibility that they'll start doing something like this? Not saying that they'll buy over Nintendo, but they'll work together to try to do exclusives for just both only?
I don't see that happening. The thing with Nintendo is that they're very, very, very protective of their IPs.
I don't blame them. I
yeah,
don't blame
there
them.
was that one time that they thought it was a good idea to give Philips the ability to make Zelda games. That went over
remember
well.
that.
But, otherwise, they are very protective of their IP. And they don't go around just letting people make any game they want. I
You know
don't
what?
see, it's possible, but I don't see it happening anytime soon.
No, I mean I don't either. But it's still again, this is a what if moment, like a Marvel what if to me. That's what it's going through my head. Like what would happen
yeah.
if they would have signed together? But that will be something to leave in the back burner of our head, because if we continue this, this will be called a conspiracy theory almost.
My head would explode.
Oh yeah. I mean, as deep as the rabbit hole will go with this one, with there's no coming out. Forget that. But you know what? Let's talk about something else. Let's get past this and let's talk about something that did happen to Nintendo, actually. And it's the Nintendo eShop. The Nintendo eShop went down after Monster Hunter Rise demo launched. And if you had to download, if you downloaded it by any chance, whoever, I don't play those games. But if anybody was able to download that game, the demo, consider yourself one of the lucky ones, okay? Because once that demo came out, the Nintendo eShop just went to shit. It just went down. And it went down for a long time. Mind you, it's up now. It's up again. But that brief moment, it went down completely because of that demo right here, guys. And I don't know what to tell you. I mean, that's kind of like, for that to happen, it's kind of weird, right, Willie?
No, it's not. I mean, there have been times where demos or things that are available will suddenly crash a server.
But I'm saying like for Nintendo, being that they're very protective and they're very strict on their things, they're very, like, to be honest, we all bash Nintendo as much as we want, but they're very secured about a lot of things. And I never really expected for the eShop to go down for a demo out of all things.
I'm sure it has. I'm sure it has before. Nintendo's eShop infrastructure isn't exactly the most robust. But, a big game like this, a highly anticipated game like this, yeah, I could see the eShop going down. I saw the video. Very interesting. I haven't played a Monster Hunter game yet because fucking Capcom fucking Capcom and Sony gave the game for free last summer for people in Japan during the human malware, and they didn't do it here. That's fucked up.
That's
fucked up, Sony and Capcom.
That is messed up.
But no, a game like this, the game looks crazy. One of the monsters will give you nightmares.
Oh, really?
Like, okay, imagine the big world dragon from God of War.
Okay.
But all mouth and no eyes.
Okay, yeah, that I do see. I see the problem there.
Yeah, you will in fact pee on yourself.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm fine. I don't need to see those monster games or monster hunters. I'm fine with where I'm standing. I mean, I still owe the audience me playing freaking Resident Evil on fucking VR, which it might happen one day. I'm not gonna say when, but it will happen. And especially now that we have the camera up and we could do this on Twitch now. It's a possibility.
I should set the date for you.
Ugh,
I should commit you to the date.
You're not gonna make me do nothing.
I should.
You know what?
I'll keep that in mind.
We'll keep that in mind. We'll put a pin on that one somewhere far in fucking
Yes.
another year or somewhere.
Yes.
But guys, it seems that Fortnite players want fewer cosmetics restrictions because it looks like they want to do more on cosmetics on their characters, because why not, right? Like, it's not like it's going to improve your gaming, but they want to be able to dress their characters however they want. And it looks like every Fortnite Battle Pass has included numbers of skins alongside emotes, backpack gliders, and all that good stuff. But people are kind of upset the fact that last Battle Pass, which was the whole Marvel theme, people cannot trade in the, let's say, Thor's hammer or any other emotes and stuff like that to their regular Fortnite characters because it's only meant for Marvel characters only. Now, I'm not a Fortnite player, as we all know, for the many of years already, nor is Willy. But I mean, I don't see a problem with the fact that they want that access. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you see an issue with that? Like, a regular Fortnite character holding the Mjolnir or Cap's fucking shield or something like that, Willy?
What I will say is this. Customization is extremely important in free-to-play games like Fortnite.
Okay.
Like skins, even in games that are paid, people really like their cosmetics. Like, you go on World of Warcraft, which is always my analog because that's what I play. You always see people trying to transmog their characters to make them look a certain way. They have actual events called the Trial of Style, where people can show off the looks that they have. In gaming, cosmetic customization is very important. Yes, it sucks that certain things in Fortnite would be unavailable for default characters or for custom characters that players already have. At least in the last Battle Pass, it made a little bit of sense. Okay. Mjolnir, you couldn't just give it to any character. It has to be a character who's worthy.
Yeah,
so you would think, okay, only
cool to see something like that, right?
Only Captain America or maybe Storm would be able to carry it because they carried them in the book. They carried Mjolnir in the books. Fine.
Yes.
The thing is now, Fortnite is going a little further with the current Battle Pass and making items that are only for specific characters. And there's no real like with Mjolnir, you have a canon reason why you can't do it. But now it's like, no, you can't hold this rifle because you're not this person. And whatever. I mean, for me, I see the reason why people get upset, especially since they're paying for a battle pass. They're paying for the ability to get this content, and you're restricting how they're able to use it. Not cool.
No, it's not. I said let it be free. Let everybody play with it. It doesn't matter. Now, if it was a freaking Marvel game or something, yes, we hold restrictions on there. But this is Fortnite, so why not?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'll be fine with that. I mean, I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. But if it's for the Fortnite fans out there, yeah, man, I will. Well, me and Willy will agree. You guys should get that access for cosmetic reconstruction for everything. You know what I'm saying? So screw it. I say they should let it pass. But something that really came to my mind, Willy, and it's an article that I was reading, is about Gotham Knights co-ops. They're pretty much are doing a redesign of the combat from Arkham. So they're just trying to redesign the whole fighting stats of the game. So Gotham Knights is stepping out of the shadows and out of Arkham, the Arkham series, with a totally revised co-op friendly approach to brawling. I'm not sure why that sounds not good to me. Like the fact that they're stepping out of it, they're trying to do a co-op friendly approach to it, but why?
Well, I mean, the whole purpose of the game is the whole idea of drop in and drop out co-op, and whether online or offline. And I could see where they would need to tweak the combat a little, just to get the combat to work well in co-op.
Okay.
Remember, until now, all the Arkham games have been solo affairs.
Yeah.
You want to keep the same combat because the combat in the Arkham games was really cool. It was fun, but you want to be able to do it in a way where you can, maybe you and your buddy are playing and you have team up attacks.
Okay. Okay. Like when you're telling me about that, the only game that comes to mind, I mean, it's been a minute I played a good co-op game, but the only game that comes to my mind is Army of Two. Like when you have a co-op and then you tell your guy like to flank somebody because you're taking all the aggro, so everybody's kind of like focused on you, while the other guy just go around and takes out the gunner and stuff like that. So I'm wondering if that will be kind of an approach for Gotham Knights.
Well, remember this is hand-to-hand combat usually, not armed combat, like no weapons combat.
Well,
so,
you still have, I'm sorry, but you still have Red Hood, which he is armed.
Yes, but only one character.
Yeah.
The other characters are going to be mainly melee. Maybe they'll have some projectiles like batarangs or something of the sort.
Okay.
And you might want to be able to chain combos where you juggle them, you throw them in the air, and someone juggles them from there before you finish it off.
Okay, I can see that.
Things like that would be cool.
All right, yeah, I agree totally right there with you. That would be pretty awesome. And do you think they should do like a little cinematic while they're doing that, like a little,
no,
like a good takedown that you use with your co-op?
Make for a finishing move, maybe, but not something that will break a combo.
No, not for that. Like for a finishing, yes, but for a combo, nah, I don't want to see nothing like that. That'd be kind of weird.
Yeah. Just so maybe a finishing move to end a combo. Yeah, that would be cool.
That'd be awesome. Willie, so another thing that came up on the news lately was that Steam is beefing up their Xbox and the PS5 controller support. And I'm not going to say it's about time because last year, like around November, around there, they were working on the PS5 to be accessible to Steam, which that is awesome that they did that. Like just to get something like that working that fast, amazing. And it looks like they're doing the same thing for the Xbox controllers for the new ones, actually for the Series X, and they're trying to make sure that you get to use the little fancy paddles in the back of it and all that for the Elite controllers on your configurations for Steam. The only thing that they're doing right now for the PS5, which is still kind of like a whatever moment, is they're disabling the LED light, which to me is, I don't care. They can have it on, off, whatever. But their only reason they're disabling it because the only time it will enable if you have multiple control connections on your machine.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I can see that. That's actually pretty smart. But that's what's going on right now on Steam. You have any thoughts about that?
I mean, listen, a lot of people use controllers to play games. So there's a lot of console type games that are available on Steam and other services like Epic Games and GOG. Me personally, I don't see a reason why not. I thought it was cool when my nephew wanted to play My Friend Pedro on my Game Pass, and he just plugged in an Xbox 360 controller to the computer, and it was recognized. It was a wired one because the wireless one requires a little receiver.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool. Now, all you can do for most games is just plug it in and play with the standard, button mappings. The new features they're talking about now, they're talking about more button mapping customization, including the paddles on Elite controllers. Yeah, go for it. Listen, options are always good.
I believe so too, man. And I believe that 110% that something like that should be available like for Steam, man. You know how much people play on Steam? I mean, hell,
yeah.
My nephew is on there 24/7, and he already has his PS5 controller on there, pretty much set for a bunch of games, and he already has it set up for freaking Call of Duty.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just amazing. It's amazing, like the things you could do.
Oh yeah.
But speaking of Call of Duty, there's been a big change in Call of Duty. So Call of Duty's playlist has changed. They fixed a bunch of the crash issues, and change reward issues that have been resolved already. So brand new Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War patches notes are out right now, January 8th, today. And there's a lot to do. There's a lot of changes, which we can't really put it in here, but we will leave the link and Perry take a screenshot so you guys can see the updates they're doing. It's a huge list. I mean, like almost a page long, which I'm actually amazed. But just to give you guys a quick glimpse of our idea of what they're doing right now, they're doing the Chief Fly playlist updates for the Call of Duty Blacklist. Call of Duty Blacklist. Oh my God. Black Ops Call of Duty War. Oh my God. Black Ops Cold War. Oh my God. I just went everywhere. I don't know what the hell just happened. Like I forgot the name and then I went cold. I went black. I don't know what's happening. So now they're taking care of that, the whole switch. And it took place on Thursday. And they're taking care of the Strike 24/7, the Gunfight Blueprints, the Fire Team, Dirty Bombs Duel, and more. There's so much going on right now that they're doing on Call of Duty that it's by far nuts. And also, they're going to include a new map that's called the Dropkick mode. And it's just everywhere. And also, I know you guys are familiar with this part, but we're still going to bring it up, that Call of Duty Warzone also nerfed the DMR. And not only they nerfed the DMR, they also did the MAC-10 and all the other weapons. But right now, I'm going to give you an idea of what they did to what guns and what they nerfed, what the nerf did to those guns. The DMR-14 reduces headshot damage, increased recoil. The Type 63 reduces headshot damage and increased recoil as well. The MAC-10 decreased headshots multiplayer. So for you bastards out there that have been murdering me with these MAC-10s, yeah, it went down, bastards. And the dual pistols increased hip fire spread, but decreased damage range. So it's not a big change for those nerfed guns, but it's a little something that might hold you back. And this happened already on the 6th when they did this update. So guys, enjoy either way, because I bet you anything you're still playing with a freaking the AR-47U or the AR-47 and all the other freaking weapons out there.
I know nothing.
No, AK-47, excuse me. AK-47U and AK by itself. So enjoy that and have fun with it, because once I get back on that game, it's go time. I'm already Prestige 1 finally, and I need to leave that up there like that because I'm awesome.
I know nothing.
You know
everything
nothing?
you just said right now. Now I know how you feel every time I talk about PC stuff.
What are you talking about? I mean, I get around. It's not like I freaking stay there like freaking.
I know nothing about Call of Duty. Nothing. All I know
what?
is that it's someone's duty and someone's being called. That's all I know.
How about this, Willie? I'm going to give you something that I know you might be a little more familiar with. And it's SNK reveals Kings of Fighter 15 debut trailer. Can you tell us a little more about that one?
Well, I mean, it's been a while. King of Fighters 14 is old. Mm-hmm. And people were waiting for another King of Fighters title. Mind you, there hasn't been many fighting games. I mean, but we have Mortal Kombat 11 Sam Show, Guilty Gear. I mean, there's a few of them, but they're all like under the table essentially, like real niche. The big ones are still Street Fighter 5, Smash, and Mortal Kombat 11. Yeah, people are still playing that.
Yeah, they're still doing things with that, even competitions, to be honest.
Yes, I'm missing one. Hold on. Street Fighter 5, Smash. Oh, Dragon Ball Fighters, which is still getting Battle Pass content, but good to see a King of Fighters game. I personally would prefer a Capcom versus SNK game.
Oof, that'd be awesome.
But that's asking for much. No, it's not.
No, it's not. They can make it
happen. We technically have two sort of kind of Capcom versus SNK games, because Tekken 7 has Geese from Fatal Fury fighting Akuma.
They can make it happen.
And Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has Terry Bogard that was introduced recently, and he can fight Ken and Ryu. but I need Haomaru in there. I need Haomaru in there. And King of Fighters didn't show Haomaru. They showed Mai. They showed Kyo. They showed a couple of people, but no, I want Haomaru.
But let's be honest, this is just a teaser trailer because I think the actual trailer is going to drop on the 10th.
Yeah,
like a new trailer.
This is like just a tease. They're gonna. I hope they show gameplay. It might be nice to see how. I will say that what they showed, it's obvious that it looks better than King of Fighters 14.
Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna lie, the aesthetics of it looks really well. It looks
nice.
really well. I like the character build up. Kind of the whole character interacting with each other type of thing that they have there right now is actually really well.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think they're gonna add 2 new samurai the new Samurai Showdown characters in there.
That's for Sam Show. For Samurai Showdown,
Uh-huh.
the season 3 battle pass currently only has 2 characters. And they're talking about they're gonna add 2 more.
Okay. Because I know there's a lot of people out there that love that game as well, the Samurai Showdown. But
it's a great series.
Yeah. And just to know that they're going to have 2 more characters, it's going to be pretty intense.
I haven't played it yet, but it looks awesome. The 2 characters that were added were Cham, which was a character, I believe she was in Samurai Showdown 2 or 3, mm-hmm. and Hibiki, which is from another series, Last Blade. But they're not Haomaru. But Haomaru is the main, he's the face of the series, so of course he's already in the base game. He better have been.
Oh my god, if he is, that'd be freaking nuts.
Listen, Samurai Showdown is a series that has a character named, and I'm not making this up, Caffeine Nicotine.
Caffeine. Okay.
Named after I think the head designer of Samurai Showdown, who was famous for chain smoking and drinking coffee.
Amazing. Like it's just typically everybody in Miami.
No, because here they snort coke and drink fruity drinks.
Oh yeah, well that too. Yeah.
Not cool.
But that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Not cool.
Oh my god. But guys, I just want to say thank you so much for joining us today on this amazing podcast. And always remember, this segment is brought to you by D2D. Use promo code MIAGeeks10 to save 10% on your next purchase order. That's MIAGEEKS10. Description down below. Copy the promo code. Click on the link. Paste it. 10% save right there. Bam. And remember, guys, always make sure to hit like, comment, subscribe. Hit the notification button just to know when Como does amazing news. Again, it's 3 times a week. 2 gaming podcasts at the beginning and the end of the week. And 1 podcast, one movie podcast, smack that in the middle. But guys, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next week. Peace.
Ah.